Hello and welcome to Restaurant Recipe Recreations, a channel that serves up your favorite restaurant recipes right in your own kitchen. And in this episode, I'm going to teach you how to recreate the Lobster Flatbread from Seasons 52 restaurants. And I would like to give a special shout out to my viewer Lynn for requesting this recipe. And I would just like to thank all of my viewers for all of the incredible and fun recipe requests that you've been putting into the comment section. You're really keeping me on my toes, and I gotta tell you, I got my work cut out for me. Because at this point, my recipe request list is about 6 double-sided pages long. I love the research, and I love to be able to teach you all how to do your favorite restaurant recipes right in your own kitchen. So on that note, if you have a restaurant or a recipe that you would like me to look into, go ahead and drop it in the comments section below. But also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because when your episode comes up, you'll be notified and I will give you a shout out as well. So let's go ahead and get started with Seasons 52 Lobster Flatbread. So the ingredients that you'll need to make this recipe before we get started, so you can get everything ready beforehand, is 1 package of the flatbread crust. Now this comes with 2 crusts, which is fine. We're going to make 2 flatbreads today. These are about 6 inches by 13, rectangular shaped, and the brand on this is Brooklyn Bread, and I really happen to like these. This is what I have found is the closest to the Seasons 52 flatbread that they use. And of course, you're going to need lobster. These are cold water lobster tails. Obviously, you can see I have 2 of them, and they're about 3 to 4 ounces a piece. These are still in the shell. We're going to deshell these and poach these. You're also going to need 8 ounces total of a Parmesan mozzarella blend, finely grated, and it's 4 ounces of each. So it's half and half Parmesan and mozzarella. You're going to need a red pepper, scallion, extra virgin olive oil, and a lemon for zesting. Now at the very end, it also gets drizzled with a cream sauce. For the sauce, you're going to need sour cream, you're going to need Dijon mustard, you're going to need Old Bay seasoning, and a chipotle flavored hot sauce. And that's it. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to first start by drizzling and brushing olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, onto my flatbread crusts. When I place these in the oven, these are going to go directly onto the rack so that the bottom gets crispy. But for right now, I'm obviously just gonna put them onto a cookie sheet so that I can brush them with the extra virgin olive oil. So for each flatbread, go ahead and drizzle about 1 tablespoon each of your extra virgin olive oil, and then just brush the olive oil across the entire surface of your flatbread crust. All right, now set these off to the side. Next, we're going to poach the lobster, but we need to take it out of the shell first. Start by inserting the knife into the very end of the tail. Push down, carefully, and then you're going to apply pressure towards the front of the tail until you can feel that the top of the shell has completely cracked and has some give. Remove the little fan tail here just by cracking it off. Just run your fingers between the lobster meat and the shell on the inside to disconnect the meat from the shell, and then just kind of work the meat out of the shell as gently as you can to try to keep that lobster tail intact so that it's easier for poaching. And of course, you don't want to waste any of the lobster meat either, not with the cost of lobster. In 1.5 inches of unsalted simmering water, place your lobster tails. You're looking for the lobster tails to start to relax, kind of curl up a little bit, and then of course you're also looking for that famous lobster red color. Once they're done, take them out of the poach and place them on a cutting board. Next, cut each lobster tail into 1/2 inch pieces. In the next step, we'll be grilling this red pepper, but you do want to oil it first. So just drizzle a little bit of the extra virgin olive oil onto your pepper, and then just rub it all around the outside of the pepper skin. Once your grill has gotten very hot, either using your outdoor grill or like me, this all-clad indoor grill pan, go ahead and place the red pepper directly onto the highest part of the heat. What I'm looking for is the skin to begin to blister and then also have some grill marks all the way around the entire red pepper. Once you have finished grilling your red pepper, place it on a cutting board. You may want to work with some kitchen gloves because this will be very hot, but you're not going to remove the skin. You're going to leave the skin on, cut the pepper in half, and then we're going to cut this pepper into 1/4 inch dice. And next we're going to top the flatbread so we can get it in the oven. So get your olive oil oiled flatbread crust. This is your Parmesan and mozzarella mix, your grilled red pepper, and your lobster meat. Begin by scattering each flatbread crust with 2 ounces of your Parmesan and mozzarella mix. Next, add your 6 ounces of lobster tail, 3 ounces each. This should come out perfect if you started with 2 lobster tails that were about 3 to 4 ounces apiece. If your lobster tails happen to be a little bit larger than that, then you'll just have some extra lobster meat on your flatbread, which is never a bad thing. Next, add 1 ounce each per flatbread of your grilled red pepper. Depending on how large your red pepper is, you'll probably have a little bit left over. And then top each one again with an additional 2 ounces of the Parmesan and mozzarella blend. So you started with 8 ounces of cheese total, and you used 4 ounces of cheese for each flatbread crust. And now place your flatbreads directly on the center rack of your oven at the highest temperature that your oven will go. Mine is 550 degrees, and you want to bake the flatbreads until they are crisp and the cheese is slightly bubbly. Cut 2 ounces of scallion or green onion on a bias. You want the slices to be very thin, and you're using the green part only. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, once the flatbread crust gets crispy and the cheese on top gets bubbly, go ahead and take it out of your oven. For me, it was about 5-6 minutes, but it does depend on how hot your oven gets. But wait, because we're not done. There's a few more things that we need to add before we enjoy. Next, we're going to scatter the green onion or scallion, green parts only. And remember that sauce that I made earlier? We're going to drizzle that over the top of the flatbread. I think the easiest way, really, kind of the cleanest way, is to just get a Ziploc bag, put your sauce into the Ziploc bag, and then just snip the tip of it off with scissors. And then you just squeeze and drizzle the sauce over each one of the flatbread pieces. And then the final secret ingredient is a lemon that we're going to zest over the top. Now don't zest too far down onto the lemon. You want to stop when you get to the white part. The white part is called the pith, and the pith is very, very bitter. When you reach the pith, just twist your lemon around, get to a clean spot, and then continue zesting. And now, of course, my moment of truth. That lemon zest over the top makes such a huge difference. It just makes the whole dish taste really bright and fresh and clean, which is really kind of the mission of Seasons 52 restaurant if you've never eaten. They change their menu continually to match the seasons, of course. That's how they got the name. Lynn, thank you much for this request. It's delicious. I invite your requests as well. As I said before, just make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that when your episode comes up, you'll be notified. And until I see you all again, everybody, make it an awesome, awesome day. Cheers. I love y'all.